something. I think we're made of something. I keep my time in a...
Hi guys, I decided to do a voiceover for this Get Ready With Me just because you guys seem to like it better that way. So to get started, I'll be using my Nivea Men Aftershave Balm, and this stuff is amazing. I love using it as a foundation primer. And then I'm just going to be using the Pore Vanishing Stick from Estee Lauder, and I'm just going to focus that right on the T-zone of my face, and then I'll be patting it in just to help the product fill in the pores. For foundation today, I'll be using the MAC Pro Longwear in the shade NC35, and I'll just apply that all over the face just to give me a nice even skin tone. Now I'll be using the Studio Fix Concealer from MAC, and this is in the shade NC25, I believe. And I'm just going to apply that with my damp beauty blender underneath the eyes just to finish covering the dark circles, and then I'll apply that on my eyelids. And this is going to be my eyeshadow base. It's going to help the eyeshadows last longer and prevent them from cracking. And I'll apply that on the other areas of my face just to balance out the highlight. Now I'll be using the Hot Mess Tayla Blue Highlighting Contour Palette, and I'll be mixing all the three top shades, and I'm just going to set the concealer in place with dabbing motions. I don't like sweeping or buffing the powders in, but as always, you guys know that I have to apply some of my powder on my T-zone with my dry beauty blender. I feel like this is the best application ever. It maximizes the coverage because the sponge focuses the product in one area, and then the finish is incredible. It leaves that porcelain skin that we all want. Now I'll be using the Skinny Brow Pencil from Annabelle in the shade Light, and I'll be filling in most of my eyebrow. And then I'll be using the exact same pencil and finish filling in the tail of my eyebrow because I want there to be a gradient from light to dark. I'll leave my brow routine in the description box for a more in-depth tutorial. Now I'll be using the Sun Bronze Bronzer from Sephora, and I'll just apply that on my regular areas, which are the hollows of the cheeks, the sides of the forehead, on the forehead, and on the jawline. And of course, do your fish face if it helps to see where your cheekbones are. Now I'll be using this loose mineral blush from Estee Cosmetics. This is in the shade California Glow. Oh my god, this is the most stunning blush in the whole wide world. I'm obsessed with it. I have no words to describe this blush. Anyways, I'll just apply that all over the cheeks just to give me a nice healthy glow. Now I'll be setting my makeup in place using the Urban Decay All Nighting Setting Spray. Wait, is it the All Nighter? I'm not sure. Anyways, it's the gray cap, which just means it's for the oilier skins like mine. And then before that setting spray dries completely, I'll be using my Luminizer by the Balm, and I'll just be applying that on my usual areas, which are the highest point of the cheeks in a C shape, on the cupid's bow, chin, a little bit of my eyebrow, and with a smaller, denser brush, I'll be applying that on the cupid's bow, tip of the nose, and the bridge of the nose. Going back in with the contouring palette from Hot Mess, I'll be mixing all the bottom shades, which are the contouring shades, and I'll be just contouring my nose. You guys know that I always have to do this, and all I do are 2 lines on the sides of my nose, and then I blend them out with a small brush, and then I'll blend them out with the tips of my finger just to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Now I'll be using the Carli bybel palette, and this is in collaboration with BH Cosmetics, and I'll be using this shade right here in the palette, which I don't really know how to describe, but anyways, I'll just apply that shade all over the crease, and this is going to be my transition shade. Now I'll be mixing the 2 purplish eyeshadows, and I'll be applying that on the exact same areas that I applied the first eyeshadows. I felt like leaving this look a little bit subtle, and I don't know how I ended up with that makeup look, smoky eye and everything with black eyeshadow and the whole shebang, but I really love the combination. And now just to give it a little bit more depth to the outer corner of the eye, I'll be mixing these two brown eyeshadows, and with a smaller brush I will apply that on the outer V of the eye, and I'll apply it with a smaller brush just so I have more control where the eyeshadow will go. If you get any fallout, just brush it lightly with any brush, and yeah, that's it. Super easy. Now I'll be using the pinkish shade, and I'll be applying that all over the lid with my finger, and I feel like that's the best way to get the eyeshadows to be super pigmented. And then with the help of a brush, I will just clean up that line and cut that crease subtly. Now I'll be using this Lancome pencil, and I'll be applying that on my bottom waterline. I'm also going to line my upper lash line, just a very subtle line. Now the Naked 2 Urban Decay palette, I'm just going to use the black eyeshadow. You can use any eyeshadow you have. And with a smaller brush, I'm just going to buff the eyeshadow on top of the Lancome pencil. And all I'm doing here is creating that smoked out wing. But not really a wing, I just want to focus that black eyeshadow as well on the outer V of the eye. So it's like a smoky eye, but I don't know. It's really hard to explain this makeup look, you guys. But anyways, I'll also apply some more of that black eyeshadow on the bottom lash line. And right after I do that, I'll apply some mascara on my upper and lower lashes. I'll be using the Maybelline Falsies Volume Express. For lashes, I'll be using the 251 from Ardell. These are the Mega Volume, and as always, I sit them on the center of my eye, and then I place the outer corner of the lash line, and then I place the inner corner of the lash line. And you guys know this trick always works. And now we're ready to go flying away with our lashes. Bye-bye! I'm joking, before I take off, I decided to come back and apply a little bit more of the black eyeshadow right on the outer V of the eye from the liner on the lid, connecting it to the outer V. And then I'll just make sure to blend it out with a small Luxie brush. Now for the lips, I'll be using Naked from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've been using this one a lot lately just because it's the only lipstick I had available at that time, because all my makeup is still in boxes. As you guys know, I recently moved, and that is why I have a different background. Now for the hair, I semi-straightened it, and I apply some heat protectant and some hairspray, and I'll be using this Philip wand that I got when I was in Dubai. I don't really know where to find them here, and if I find anything similar to this wand, I'll link it in the description box. But anyways, I'll just be curling the bottom part of my hair just up to halfway of the hair. I want the top part to be straight and the bottom to be nice, curly, and fluffy. Well, not curly, just wavy. I'll just repeat this step all over the hair and make sure that all my hair is curled. Now I'll be applying a little bit more of hairspray just to make sure that the curls hold, and I'll let the hair cool down for a bit, and I'll move on and do the other side. And once I do the other side, I apply a little bit of hairspray all over the hair, and I like to do this trick with the wand, which is just run it on the part just to flatten the little baby hairs that I have sticking out and I can never tame. Anyways, now my number one trick, it is pulling the curls upwards or just sliding them up. This way I get the most volume possible, and you guys have been asking me if I'm wearing extensions for volume, and no, I'm not. This is the only trick I do to achieve this amount of volume, and as you can see, it makes a huge difference. So yeah, that is my number one trick.
You said the same thing I told ya. My eyes are clear, there's no secret. you should, with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know I told you, it's the best light I know. It's not a game that I am playing. My love, trying to hold my feeling, I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way, I think that I might.